Here I am today with a 4.19 pound bowfin. He's been properly euthanized, 22 caliber pellet straight through the head. Flip him over and scale him. It's a beautiful fish. You can't waste anything. Slimy fish, my grip's even having trouble getting a lock on him. Now, I've only filleted bowfin one time prior to this. Still relatively new, but you got to be very gentle because of the meat. And they're very slimy too. Ooh, I almost lifted him just out of sheer habit. That would not have been good. He's dead, but he's got teeth. I'll get those later. All right, one side of our bowfin is properly descaled. Time to get his other side here. Make sure to sink those teeth in. We're gonna get some water on him real quick. Try to keep my work environment as clean as possible here. Okay. It's all rinsed up. You don't want to use too much pressure on the meat with the water. Okay. Time to start cutting on the fish. Bowfin are in the pike and walleye family and gar and stuff like that. So they're a very slimy fish. There we go. And I'm going to separate this here. You want to make sure you're getting down into the rib cage and just let your knife follow the pattern. Boy, do I love me some blackened bowfin. Last time I had it was in Indiana with my first bowfin that I caught, but I didn't film it because I wasn't sure how it was going to go, so I wanted my full attention on it. Now I'm comfortable filleting these fish. Truly a beautiful animal, though. I think down in Texas, it's not. I think the state record's like 20 pounds for one of these things. Poke through the skin, cut. He was pretty much dead because he suffocated in the cooler. Very quiet way to go. But I just wanted to ensure this fish didn't go through any necessary pain, and I put my 22 caliber pellet on it to his head. So. And beautiful bowfin fillet here. The meat is very soft meat, and it's very similar to catfish, but it's actually a lot softer. It's got the consistency of almost chicken. Catfish at the same time too. Make sure my meat's. Oh shit, that was a close one. Now, do it again here. These bees that come around when you're cleaning your fish are usually harmless unless provoked. But you gotta watch out for them. Come around from the other side. Down through. Come on, get out of there. Cut downwards. And with pressure, go along the spine. Take going nice and slow. Those bubbles you're seeing are the water and the slime mixing together, and because the water is aerated, it foams up a little bit. Just poking the knife in here. Free this up. A lot of meat off him. So much meat that he's actually starting to lose structure, and that's actually pretty hard to fillet him. I just missed a little bit there. Not worried about that at all. I'll be as careful as I can. Now it's just the skin holding it on. I'd like to keep my pinky. Another beautiful fillet. Trim this up here. Hang on, bees checking me out. Buddy, I don't got your food. Okay, now our bowfin is completely stripped of meat. There's been no waste here, and to convey the no waste thing, I'm going to bury him, and there's a bee on my hand. I'm going to bury him, and the earth will take all the nutrients back. Okay, now that we're inside and we're all cleaned up, we have the bowfin. It's been chilling out in the freezer, or the fridge. So now I want to cut this into smaller but more manageable strips. So, cut this like this. But you can catch bowfin pretty much anywhere in any swampy conditions. All you got to do, like how I caught this guy, I was using cut up carp. It was actually frozen cut up carp. And toss it out on a 4/0 circle hook with no weight. Or you also don't want any leader because they can sense when you're using your leader. And then you just toss it out there and you let it sink and you let it sit for about 5 minutes. And within that 5 minutes, you should have, if there are any bowfin in the area, you should have attracted them, and they should, if they are hungry, and if there are bowfin there in that part of the body of water, they should eat it. Because bowfin are very opportunistic creatures. The skin's tough to get through, but it cooks out from my last experience. There we go. Yeah, I last cooked bowfin about 2 months ago. Here we go. My sharpest knife, too. There we go. But today my seasoning of choice, like I said, I love to blacken this. I'm using my Everglades fish and chicken. Everglades fish and chicken is probably one of the best blackenings there is out there, because it can turn like mediocre fish, just typical fish, into really, really good fish. And a little bit goes a long way. So you almost want to stake this up, turn it into little steaks almost. Beautiful. And as you can see, texture of the fish almost like catfish, same structure, but it's very, very soft, and you cannot freeze it because it does not hold up well to freezing. Now, in my pan here, I'm going to start up a very thin layer of this cooking spray I got. You don't want it to stick. There we go. There we go. Now you want your heat, you don't want to cook it too fast or it will shrivel up. It's naturally going to shrivel up because it's meat, and but you don't want it to tense up too much before it's just mock this up for now. So now we have our bowfin steaks, and it's time to start seasoning. And that's just getting hot enough. I might need a bigger pan. I think I'm going to need a bigger pan. I don't know if that's Here we go. This should be adequate. Okay, I gotta let that warm up for a little bit. So I'm gonna get another plate out here. And I just want about a fillet on each plate, just that way I can evenly coat everything without too much trouble. Still a very slimy fish, but that's actually to our advantage. Comes out pretty slow, but you don't want to put too much on, which is also to our advantage, because typically you can always rinse it off, but you know. When fishing for bowfin, you're going to want, they're really fun on ultralight tackle, but I caught mine on a catfish rod. It was because the bowfin in my body of water that I fish, that'd be the two St. Rivers, they can get pretty big in there. And I'm running 50-pound braid usually because that's my catfish rod. That should be good. So we're waiting for this to get nice and hot on us. So we're gonna switch over to the frying pan. There we go. All right, we're gonna start laying our first few fillets down here. I don't want to overcrowd. Let's season the other side here. It tends to curl up when you cook it, so you want to make sure you're getting an even cook. You want to be careful not to press down too hard or you will squash the meat. You just want it enough to where it flattens out and then you're getting a nice even cook. Looks absolutely amazing. Looks like we're all done with this batch. So I'm going to plate this up. Make sure we're fully cooked. Fully cooked. Always check the thickest piece. This piece is pretty thick, so we're going to let that go for a little bit longer. Oh yeah. I just snuck a little taste. Oh my god, that's amazing. Sorry about that brief cutoff. I had to check my time. This clock ain't too accurate right now. Nothing's changed. It's maybe been on the skillet for about 30 seconds. This guy is done here. He's the thinner part. And oh yeah, cooked all the way through. I'm start putting the last bit of this here. I'm gonna let this guy go. I'm gonna take him off last. Beautiful layer of call it, blackening. I'll let him go for a little bit. Say we're all good now. Let that cool down before we do anything with it. Let's sneak a little taste here real quick. Oh yeah. Here we go. It just breaks apart in your mouth. You don't even have to chew it really. That's great. I mean, wow. Wow. Talk about fresh food also. This fish was still alive an hour ago. I'm gonna go take this over. Alrighty. Time to eat up. Oh, this was open. Even better. Alright. Get some tartar sauce, put your Bowfin on there. Just like last time, perfect. It's got the consistency of salmon. Hey, Blue. Uh-oh, we've summoned the cat. Let me check to try. Check to try. Here, come on. Come here. Kitty's at the table. Try it. No. No. Try it. No, 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 no. Try it. All right there. Okay, you might as well just get up at the table. Come on, Blue. Nope. Nope. Look. Try it. Try it. Want to try it? Try it. No. Blue determined he wasn't a big fan. But more for me. I think it's got something to do with the blackening. Another great meal. Very fresh food. I'm very full. I overate. I was struggling to finish up that last piece there. Very, very good fish. I highly recommend it. And you know, if you tie into one of these when you're out on the water, you will be eating good tonight, you know. That's going to be it for our video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please support my channel by subscribing, liking, and commenting. And I'm also open to more video ideas and more fish you guys would like me to catch. And